President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday stressed the need for Nigerians to obey coronavirus COVID-19 guidelines and protocols to avert a second wave of infections. In a tweet via his official Twitter account, yesterday the president warned that the country's economy was too fragile to bear another round of lockdown. Looking at the trends in other countries, we must do all we can to avert a second wave of COVID-19 in Nigeria. We must make sure that our cases, which have gone down, do not rise again. Our economy is too fragile to bear another round of lockdown, he wrote. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, said 4 COVID-19 related deaths and 147 new infections were recorded from 11 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, in the last 24 hours. Record by the NCDC showed that the country has 62,371 confirmed cases, 58,095 recoveries, and 1,139 deaths since it reported its index case on February 27th. In March, Buhari imposed a total lockdown on some states, including Lagos, Ogun, and Abuja, to control the spread of COVID-19. Okay, is this what? I'm sure with this protest and everything, that's happened recently, immediately this whole thing was going on, the minister for FCT came out and said, oh, they are going to, there's going to be, whether they impose a curfew or whatever, but say they banned a protest in Abuja because of a COVID-19. And the question is that when election, when campaign, and in Edo State and Ondo State, when those campaigns were going on, politicians moving from places to places, they never even remember anything called COVID-19. But as soon as individuals are trying to organize their party, few individuals, in their small crowd, they begin to look for them, look after them. They are the ones who are always defaulters. They are the ones who are always quick to violate all those policies or the protocols being put in place just to guide everyone with this COVID-19 palaver. But when it comes to ordinary Nigerians, they will begin to flex their muscle. Now, because of this protest, now they're beginning to come and tell us what is not, what is that. So the president, well, let's just assume that is the one who is typing all of those things. Now, all of a sudden, now knows that this thing is fragile. Our economy is fragile. Really? Has he ever been fortified before since they came on board 5 years down the line? God go help us from these people. I hope they are not looking for ways to go and for another lockdown, because it's always that whatever that will be hurting the masses. Those are the policies that they always bring forward. Hashtag NAPC. So now he agrees that our economy was good before. Now so God they take open their nyash. Well, my dear, confusion break bone for Buhari's side. That is why you tell governors to hide palliatives. And those ones are even fighting themselves now. Because they never knew that this kind of a thing could happen. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have envisaged. Nobody, even maybe few individuals, but nobody would want to go and say, oh, let us go this, let us go that. Now, like Femi Adesina said, that it is not hunger or it is not unemployment that cause people or people who are really breaking into the warehouses, that it is greed. And some people say this man is very, very insensitive. So it is not hunger. So meaning, when you talk about greed, what does it mean to be greedy? Somebody who already has enough. You have more than enough, then you still want more. You can say greed. So can we say the same thing in Nigeria setting, that the people are greedy? Of course, the greedy should be used for them because they are the ones that are greedy. But when we talk about Nigerians, now the president was saying the other day that they are planning to lift, is it 100 million people out of poverty. But don't forget that they said they are going to lift some millions of people out of poverty before December this year. Oh, those are rhetorics. The same story upon story. They are going to lift 100 million in 10 years' time. Oh, people are now saying before 10 years' time. They say, can you see these people? By that time, they must have left the office. The same way they sang this vision, 2020, oh, Vision 2020. At the end of the day, just like they always say that the journey of a man starts with a step. Did they even start? They will not start. They will begin to tell you what you like to hear, and you yourself, you'll be planning towards all their rhetorics. But at a point, you just see yourself for Yakata. That you don't know that there's no plan in place. They will write all those beautiful speeches, all those beautiful whatever. They will write it for them. Their aides will write it for them, and they will come and read it to you. And you open your mouth, waiting that these things will be done in no distant time. But at the end of the day, nothing will happen. Vision 2020, we are now in 2020. I think that was in 2010. And everybody was like, oh, 2020, 2020, hi, that one is foul. These people are not serious. You can imagine if really they were sincere about that Vision 2020, all the things they listed. Of course, it would have been enjoying them now. But the problem is that they never started anything. They just wanted to gladden the hearts of the people so that the people will hear, or just for people to hear what they will tell people what people would like to hear, and people will be jumping at it. At the end of the day, once anywhere they make that pronouncement, it will end them. Nobody will visit that. So talking of COVID-19, well, locking down is not the issue, because during election that ought to have been done, the way you ought to have been done, or it ought to have been done. If you never did it, people are clamoring for electronic voting, but they are pretending as if they don't know anything about it. Well, let's see how it goes. Palliatives, opportunities to be able to give these politicians for them to be able to smile to the bank. Well, that is why you tell governors to hide a palliative. The government is becoming something else. A government, its foundation is laid with lie, corruption at the highest level, based with an imposter. Why can't we be hearing all this rubbish? Criminals in charge. Megida well said, that is the risk we have to take. Let social sciences experts explain why. The mark is there. Even the economy of Lagos is too fragile for an extra long curfew. Please tell this monster that no COVID-19 in Nigeria. Tell all your politicians to stop going out to bring it. Can somebody reasonable in this government tell Buhari to please open the border for food to come into this country? People all over Nigeria are suffering. So it now is a big problem in this country. Lord, have mercy and deliver your children from this satanic government in the name of Jesus. You say yes, somebody said yes, I concur with General on this one. Buhari, can you just leave the seat and go elsewhere? You know you have decided and destroyed this country. Not even your people like you anymore. If you like this country, just resign. It is the political class that could be warned. They were most hit by the pandemic, yet they are the ones disregarding the COVID-19 protocols. How then do they want the ordinary and vulnerable people who have little or no recorded of COVID-19 believe the existence of this COVID-19? Now someone say, oh, what Buhari has said is the right thing, is a good one. Oh my God, this is good.